What's going on, everybody? My name is Chugru and I am your coach of the Denver Big Nuggets. We are here today to kick off our season with week 1 in the IDL Pokemon Draft League, where we are going up against IONITE in the Undead Legion this week. Their team is extremely threatening, as their team consists of Infernape, Regieleki, Breloom, Registeel, Espathra, Cincino, Cloyster, Duraludon, and Staraptor. Their Terra Captains come in the form of Breloom and Duraludon, which is a very threatening duo I'll have to consider, and that coupled with the potential for my opponent to set up with Espathra or just sweep me raw with strong coverage moves from Infernape, Regieleki, Cloyster, or Staraptor make prepping for this team extremely difficult. With that being said though, I do believe I have the 6 I need in order to bring home our first win of the season, starting off with Tucson, my TERRAKION. He's rocking a choice scarf, which makes him the fastest mon on the field when Regieleki is not there, which allows him to come in and threaten knockouts with stab close combat, stone edge, as well as some coverage and earthquake to deal with or scare out big threats. The last move was a toss-up for me, but I opted to go for reversal. That way, if hazards become too much of an issue, or if TERRAKION gets low in the late game, I can pivot into it and handle a mon that is waiting in the back. I did opt to go for max attack, max speed here, and I did choose Jolly Nature. I could have gone Adamant, however, with Scarf and Jolly Nature, I am still speed tying a Jolly Nature Scarfed Infernape. I don't expect Jolly here if he does go Scarf, just because my speed tiering is so low, but better play safe than sorry here in my debut. Next up is Craterhoof the Hippowdon, and this mon is going to be my dedicated lead, unless if he brings something I can immediately threaten with TERRAKION. We are running Earthquake as our only attacking move, as the other supporting moves like Stealth Rocks and Whirlwind provide too much value to slot any other coverage moves in there. I am also running Slack Off and the Leftovers item, mainly to just ensure the longevity throughout the game, as there are many different things that can hit Hippowdon for super effective damage in this matchup, and I just want him to be able to stick around as long as possible, both to get the weather set back up, and just to keep pivoting out his team into my Stealth Rocks. We're being a bit balanced here with the set, with max HP, 136 defense, and 120 special defense with an impish nature, and this just makes sure that I can soak up hits and have some time to heal and disrupt his setup if need be. Now, next up we got Slowbro, and it is more defensive and supportive, similar to how Hippowdon is, as its only attacking move is Scald, both to hit on the special side and with water, and also to potentially burn my opponent, as he does have majority physical attackers. It's rocking the Rocky Helmet and Regenerator for that same reason, just to be a bit of a nuisance for my opponent, as he does have a lot of physical attackers aside from Espathra, Regieleki, and possibly Infernape. We're running Thunderwave to try and control his speed tiers a bit when I'm not trying to burn, and as well as Slack Off for the longevity for this mon as well, and Protect just to take a backseat and see where my opponent's head is in any given scenario. In Mox, this thing did live a Life Orb boosted Grass Knot from Infernape, and Turn Around and Revenge killed it with Scald, so that is a way that I could deal with the threat of Infernape if it does get out of hand. Otherwise, I just plan to try and pivot this mon in and out as much as I can to keep its health as high as possible, especially while the sand is up, to help just have it sit in front of things and whittle stuff down. We are running a simple max set with HP and defense with a bold nature, just to try and take hits better from physical attackers, and keeping it around, like I've said, will be a very strong priority in this game plan. Next up is my Terra Captain Blade the Bisharp, and we are bringing Terra Fairy. And this is mainly just to help try and catch my opponent off guard if they decide to position Infernape or Breloom in front of it, and it allows me to get up a Sword Stance just to punish and potentially sweep with Sucker Punch or even Low Kick. This thing actually did bring down Infernape a lot in Mox. I did get a Sword Stance up, and it took it down below half with a Sucker Punch, but even if Infernape is at full, I can comfortably just go for a low kick in front of it, as I do have a bit more room to gamble with its IONITE, as well as the max HP EVs I have invested into this thing. We also have max attack with an adamant nature to try and maximize on those sucker punch opportunities I'll be firing off, and just as a way to chip things down for me to position other things in front and take the kills. Next up, we do have Q-Tip the Whimsicott making an unexpected appearance this week. I had originally planned on bringing Tatsugiri in this matchup, but I did feel like Whimsicott was more suited for the matchup, as its prankster support was very viable into Espathra and his other mons that want to come in and set up with Encore and Leech Seed. I also had Moonblast just to help chip down some threats on his team, and U-Turn to give my team some much needed momentum that it originally lacked. We are rocking leftovers to try and help restore some health on every turn on top of the Leech Seed, and we are running a similarly balanced set compared to Hippowdon with max HP, 156 defense, 100 special defense with a bold nature. Having this helps me not worry too much about leaning more toward physical attackers, as there are some key threats I can't ignore on the special side that this mon can come and just sit in front of. And lastly, to round out the team, we do have Sulfera the Weezing. I'm running Black Sludge for passive recovery, along with Pain Split to try and get some of his bulky mons chipped down, so I can swing the Sludge Bomb and Heat Wave to evenly cover his entire team. I also have Will-O-Wisp to try and hinder Staraptor, Registeel, and Cincino from getting a bit too out of hand, and to just kind of rack on that game plan of trying to burn his physical attackers. I did elect to go with Neutralizing Gas here, just mainly to shut off the annoying abilities like Transistor, Technician, Toxic Heal, Skill Link, anything that might come up. Levitate was a very strong possibility to come, but with the lack of ground type coverage coming from this matchup, as well as the ability to soak up toxic spikes, it was a bit more of a necessity to run Neutralizing Gas here. So that is my team going into week 1 of the IDL Pokemon Draft League. Let me know your thoughts on the team, drop a like if you enjoy the battle, and subscribe just to stay up to date with the league and any other content I might upload. I've held you all up long enough, so let's get right into the battle. Alright, so we are here for our week 1 battle in the IDL Pokemon League. Going up against IONITE. Okay, so looking at his team, no Infernape. That is insane. But game plan still remains the same. Lead off Crater Hoof, get up rocks turn 1, and then just go from there. So we will see how this goes. I'm very surprised to not see Infernape on this team, to be honest with you. Because that thing was a monster into my team, but we do see Espathra, which we expected here, and some other key threats here. So, and then he has Terra Dark on Breloom and Ghost on Duraludon, so that is awesome information to hear. And we are off to the races for our week 1 battle in the IDL League. So, as always, good luck to my opponent, and let's get going here. Alright, leads Regieleki. That is perfect. So he will switch out before me, so I always get up rocks here. Because he rapid spins, but he goes first, so removing them here would do nothing. So let's see what he does. Obviously, I think this point's where I'm going to cut the video. Yep, switches. Makes sense. Star Raptor. Okay. And we get up rocks, which is perfect. Okay. So from here, Star Raptor. I think, to be completely honest, I don't think I need to switch into anything, so I think we just go for the Whirlwind here. Because we always live. Bravebird does a lot, but I'm not worried, so yeah, we'll go Whirlwind. Okay. So that, I believe, is not banded damage. Because banded does 55 to 65, and we are still above 50. Okay. So from here, does he switch? Or does he rapid spin? I think even if he does go back into Star Raptor, that's not the biggest deal. Because he's still taking rocks damage, right? If he doesn't take it, then we know he's boots. Breloom. Okay, so we get some good chip on Breloom here. Okay. So, from here, we always go Wheezing here. Oh, those are way off. I apologize. Had a bit of an issue with the OBS, so it's a little off, but yeah. We always go Wheezing here. Both to shut off a potential poison heal and just shut off Technician immediately. So let's see what he does. Bullet Seed. Okay. So, question is... He's loaded dice. Okay. Either that or he just got really lucky. But Technician loaded dice makes sense. Okay, so... Question is... He can go into Duraludon. Good thing is Sludge Wave. But I think we just go for the Heat Wave here. Hits everything pretty free. Terra. So that is Terra Dark. Okay. Zen Headbutt. Okay. Don't flinch. Awesome. That is not something I expected. Zen Headbutt is insane tech. Okay. Goodness. Okay. I think we need to go... Need to go Whimsicott here. Does he go for the Bullet Seed, or does he go for... Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Got the leftovers going, so I'm always faster than this thing, right? Nope, nice. Okay. So, always faster, and if he switches anything in, we just get a free pivot, so we just U-turn on out. If he lets it go down, so be it. If not, I just get some momentum going in the game, so I'm not mad at it either way. Oh, he just lets it go down. Okay. Beautiful. Alright. So, do we get the sand back up, or do we get... Because Bisharp is decently free here, but I think he's gonna react to what I do, right? So let me... Yeah, we'll just go Bisharp here. We'll kind of play reactively here. This gives me many options, right? So I can Sword Stance +2 and threaten his team, and with EV Light I'm just bulky. Or I just hard switch into something. Likely Hippowdon, but we'll see what he does. Staraptor, okay. So he's not Boots. Don't believe he is banned. So one can only assume he might be Scarfed. But if I Terra Fairy, I think we ought to go Slowbro here. And if he goes for CC, that's perfect for me. Brave Bird, okay. That did decent amount. However, if he goes for another one, I'm just gonna slack off. Let's see what he wants to do. Okay. Rocky Helmet and Recoil. Or just Rocky Helmet, okay. Perfect. Another huge threat off the board. I should probably be keeping track. Now, I'm so new to this. I'm used to Showdown, where everything's just kind of there, and we have bots that help us. Win KOs. Heirloom. U-turn. Slow Bro. KOs. With Rocky Helmet. Recoil. Okay. Duraludon here. So, what does he want to do? We'll go for a Protect, see what he wants to do. Thunderbolt, okay. That is useful to know. Okay, so knowing that, does Duraludon get access to Grass Knot? He does not. Okay. I believe... Yeah, I believe Whimsicott's my play. And if he goes for Heavy Slam, good on him for predicting it. Or he's a special set, so Dark Pulse, that's perfect. Okay. Question is he going to switch? I don't think he is, so we're just going to go ahead and Encore him. And then if he switches, I'll Leech Seed, depending on what he goes into. Perfect. Okay, so now he's kind of forced to switch. And then with the leftovers recovery, I get all that back. Okay. So yep, Leech Seed is my play. Every time. And this thing is definitely Eviolite. I've ran that thing way too many times for it to not be Eviolite. Sitting about 90%, maybe 89. And then let me actually see if he does go out to Espathra. Oh, he doesn't. He just stays in. Okay. That's fine by me. Just whittle down and then take a Moonblast on whatever comes in. How long is his Encore over yet? Okay. I believe he has one more turn of Encore. Yes, he does. So Duraludon, Special Sweeper. Moonblast does a decent amount, so we're just going to go ahead and swing with that. Withdraws and see what it goes into. Regilucky, this will be huge chip on this thing. Rocks. Awesome. Beautiful chip. Okay. So he's definitely going Rocky, or he's definitely going Rapid Spin, right? So I think we just go back out into Hippowdon here. He's definitely going Rapid Spin here. Yeah. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Earthquake's just free, right? Yeah, because he has to hard swap into something. So yeah, I think we just go Earthquake every time. See what he goes for. If he sacks this thing, great, but I don't see that happening. I think he hard switches into Cloyster or Espathra. None of which I don't think want to take this. Cloyster. Alright. How much is this doing? Okay. And I think every time we go... So I believe he might Shell Smash here. Well, he could go Icicle Spear and kill that thing. So yeah, I think we just go Slowbro here. Icicle Spear. Yep, called it. Does that make contact? It does not. Okay. Okay. So... I know this thing definitely doesn't want to be burned. I don't think he'll expect Thunderwave. I think we go for it. As long as he doesn't go into Regieleki, which he's low, so I don't know if he won't want to. Duraludon, that is perfect for me. Okay. Thunderwave, awesome off. Okay, so real question is, how much is a Thunderbolt doing? Thunderbolt, I live, but I don't do enough to warrant it, so I believe we just go back out into Courier Hoof. Just get the regen back. Flash Cannon, makes sense. That is a little unfortunate. However, it's not unwelcome. So, Earthquake thing is not doing enough to kill it, but enough to where I'm willing to click it, right? Because Flash Cannon won't do a whole lot, so I say we just go Earthquake here, see what he wants to do. Stays in. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That is why I'm running it, but I'm so sorry that hacks had to happen then. Because now, I just swing it for free, right? I either get close to a KO on this thing, or he switches something in and it takes chip. So, that para... Yeah, that para was very unfortunate. Hippo, KOs, Duraludon with EQ. Okay. Some major threats off the board here, but now he can just go Cloyster, I believe. And if he goes Cloyster, I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about that. Espathra, okay. Yeah, we don't want this thing in. And it's heavy duty boots, that's good to know. And I'm glad I did that. Okay. Wait, no, it's not, because I don't have rocks up. I'm stupid. Don't mind me, this is my first time. Okay. So, we prevent the Calm Mind setup. Now, does Eleki come in, or does Cloyster come in? Cloyster comes in. Okay. I believe Cloyster just kills me if it swings. Yeah, Icicle Spear is 100% of the time picking up a kill. So... Okay. I'm curious what he expected on the switch there. Now I just get an EQ in. And that's a huge chip on that thing. I'm very curious what he was trying to predict there. Okay. Okay, I think now he definitely goes Icicle Spear. Unless if he just goes for a... There's no way he goes for a Shell Smash now. I think he's definitely going for Icicle Spear, so we'll just hard swap into Wheezing here. turns off his skill link. Where does he go? Icicle Spear? Makes sense. Now, does it hit more than twice? It doesn't need to. Okay. Cloister, KOs, Wheezing, Icicle Spear. Okay. So now we got some options. We can come in and revenge kill with TERRAKION, and we'll pick up a kill on everything else that's... Well, I don't know about everything, but... Because he has Cloister as Pother in that, yeah. And I don't believe as Pother will appreciate an Earthquake from this thing. I want to go for Stone Edge, but Earthquake is the safe play here. I always outspeed, unless he has Ice Shard. Okay. Cloister with EQ. Yeah, I think that para with Duraludon kind of put me in a very winnable spot. Again, apologies to my opponent. You hate to be on the winning side of a Hax because it feels good on one end, but on the other end you gotta feel for the other opponent. And then his Pother is all that's left. Alright, I don't believe I take a KO here, so we'll see what happens. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess with that, that's game. Your Denver Big Nuggets start the season 1-0. GG's to my opponent, IONITE. Again, I'm sorry that Hax had to be the way it was, but good luck to them going on the rest of the season. It is only week 1, so anything can happen, obviously. But with that being said, I will catch you all next week for game day. Later.